And a lot of the times we give people our energy and they fumble it. And you be mad at yourself because it's like, damn, I really wasn't even supposed to be vulnerable with you for real. But at my heart, at my core, that's really who I am. So if you don't respect that, you don't respect me.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
What's the word, everybody? Welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today, man, I say this every time, but we got a real special guest here. We got a future R&B superstar right here sitting next to me. You just came off tour with Yung Bleu.
I did.
You were a featured performer in the Tinks Winter Diary Festival back in 2024 That's where we met.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did meet you. Like, he know his research.
He recently signed to Young Chop Squad Records. Man, I'm fucking up today. I'm not about it today. You went stupid viral with D&D when you did the performance with From the Block.
I'm working.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Sherrionn, Sherrionn. Don't forget that second N. And yeah, little princess from Chicago. We working though. Make sure you stream my music.
How was tour?
It was a great experience. I learned a lot. And I think I shocked myself because that was my first tour. And I found out like a week before I was going on tour. I didn't have time to prepare. I didn't have time for anything. I just said, can I cuss?
Yeah.
I just said, fuck it, let's go. And I did it.
How did the opportunity come about?
Basically, there was a situation that happened to where a previous artist couldn't finish the tour after the first 2 dates. So my team hit me like, hey, how do you feel about opening up for Yung Bleu? And I'm like, I'm not prepared. I'm not nothing, but I couldn't turn that down. So they just swapped me in and I replaced the previous artist.
Did that scare you as much as you thought it did?
I want to say yeah, but I think the inner me was like, you got this. You ready? And I was.
You've been a performer your whole life, basically, right? You take it back to young days, 5, 6 years old. You got caught singing.
Damn, you know what you know. Yes, I did. So I was at my mom's house. That's a whole nother story. I didn't grow up with my mom, but when it was her weekend for me to visit, my big brother was in his room and he just started beatboxing on the toy box. And I'm like, okay. So I started singing Erykah Badu. And that was that. That's how my mom figured out I can sing. And I just went from there and I just started being the family function performer.
Is she the one that pushed you to start singing?
I don't think anybody pushed me to start. It was just like I think I was really just born to do it. I have music in my family history, but I think I'm the first one to like go further with it, and take it seriously.
So that's something I want to touch on real quick because in a lot of interviews, you talk about the fact that throughout your family history, there is a musical background. Your parents both did something with music, but they weren't direct influences because of your, I don't know, for lack of better terms, lack of relationship with them.
My family dynamic is very complex. Long story short, dang, this is kind of deep. I'm not gonna lie. I had my mom around, but she wasn't in the position to really be who she wanted or was supposed to be for me. So I had a father figure that I didn't find out wasn't really like my biological father until I was like 12. And then the male figure that came in the picture at 12 is supposedly my birth dad, and he was a rapper on tour, signed to a legendary label. He did everything that I'm doing now. So yeah, apparently like my family history on his side, they were all like famous gospel singers that I'm still trying to learn about to this day. And yeah, supposedly my uncle is David Ruffin Jr. Like I got some history. I'm learning just like y'all learning. So yeah, it's complex for sure.
You say the person who came into your life was supposedly your dad.
My biological father, yeah. Which I still see him to this day. In LA, he came to my show, one of the show in LA for the tour. And yeah, like, if you want to get personal, we ain't get no DNA test, but it's like, you feel me? Like when you kind of just...
Where does the supposed nature come from?
What you mean?
That's just like what's being said. Like
Yeah, that's what my mama told
Oh,
me.
that's what she
was like,
said?
"This is your dad," and I'm just like, "Okay, so I gotta believe you then, because yeah." But yeah, I'm working on figuring that whole thing out. But my dad is my dad. My dad raised me. That's gonna always be my dad.
Going back to tour, you come off tour, now you're back home, but you've done so much like moving around, right? There's Atlanta, there's being in Chicago. Before we get to all that though, you mentioned your record label, Chop Squad Records. How does an R&B singer link up with a legendary drill producer?
It don't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. But I think that's the benefit for me. Because it doesn't make sense, it makes you want to figure out, why does this work? So people see me, they see the chains, they see, how I dress or whatever. They think I'm a rapper. But when they actually go down my resume, they're like, okay. It's just the contrast for me. I think that's what makes it cool. Chop actually reached out to me in like 2019 or 2020. I was still at Tribeca in college, in audio engineering school. And he was just like, I want to sign you. Obviously, I wasn't ready for no type of industry stuff at that time. I was still in school. I just wasn't ready. So recently, it was just a full circle moment. He circled back. He knew some of the people that I'm already teamed up with, and they have a rapport already. So it made sense, and now we making shit shake. So it's really nothing deeper than that, for real.
The people you reference is
Ink
the Ink
Factory,
Factory.
yeah, for sure.
That's a whole nother thing. What they call them on Illinois, the Chocolate Factory.
Oh my God, bro. Yes. The Ink Factory. But yes. Yeah. So it's just a full circle moment, for real.
We just interviewed the Jari yesterday.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I asked him the same shit. I'm like, how the hell do you end up with Young Chop? He's like, shit.
Wait, so he's with Chop too? I don't know none of this.
He's not signed with him.
They're affiliated.
But
though.
yeah, because of Josh K and all of them.
For
so
sure.
they be working together and all that. And he's like, hey, bro, Young Chop knows his R&B.
He really does. He really does. Like, it ain't just rap and drill. Like, he know what he know. So
before Chop gets to you, it's the Ink Factory.
Yeah, that's my homie TCF Live and Geronimo's. Two dope individuals. I can't get rid of them. I can't. Like, that's my squad. Like, we've been working hard. But I've known TCF Live since about 2017, 2018. And we're just now locking in, like, maybe a year ago.
What is it about this connection that makes sense?
It just works. Creativity. We all know our role. We all play our part. And when our brains come together, it's just greatness. And mind you, I've never collabed with people before the Ink Factory. I was so hyper independent. So like, I wanted to do everything myself. I didn't let anybody write for me, engineer me. Like, I was just a one-man band. So now, like, I had to put my pride aside and be like, you know what? I love having a team because it takes less work off of me. And, it keeps me versatile and optimistic on trying new things.
It's hard when you expect people to do things the way that you do them, and accepting the fact that you're not as good as what you do as you thought you were, right? Because as kids, because that's what we are at 2021, we're blinded by the fact that we think, I got to do it exactly this way, and if it's not this way, then it's the wrong way.
We think we know everything until we don't. But we live and we learn.
Prior to Chop Squad, you were in a deal that didn't go exactly how you wanted it to.
You know too much. You know way too much. But go ahead, finish your question.
Prior to signing to Chop Squad, there was a deal that didn't go the way that you expected it to. So why did it make sense for you to sign a new one coming into this new situation?
Timing. I think it's just an alignment thing. And that was in Atlanta, the previous situation that I got into. Just moving too fast. I didn't have my ducks in a row. And I think when I don't have my ducks in a row, a lot of people that I think I trust kind of take advantage of that. So when I changed my mind, it's like, it's just something that I thought would make sense. It didn't. So when I woke up to it, I just had to make a move. I had to run. of course, I already signed it, so I was like, "Damn." But they it was like a signee's remorse thing. I didn't know about that until I went through it. But then I was made out to be the problem, like, "Oh, she thinks she knows too much." And it just wasn't for me. And I'm as simple as that. It was an alignment thing, it was a timing thing. I had to go through that to get to the situation that I'm in now. And I think now it just makes sense. I don't have any deep answer for it. It's just, it felt right. It felt like the time to lock in on a situation and elevate.
I mean, sometimes places just feel like home.
For sure.
This year, I've been in 3 different studios.
Okay.
The last studio I was in, I was presented with a deal that I was like, shit, I can't pass that up. That's cheap as hell. It's in prime location. And, you know, the people that offered it were amazing. And I'm blessed to have that opportunity. But as time went on, it just didn't, it didn't even feel like the right choice when I made it. But because the deal sounded so good, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do it. And nothing happened with the people. Nobody tried to get me to sign anything or say, like, interrupt me. It was just, as I continued going, I realized there was a lack of want to continue doing this because the process to get to doing this took too much out of me.
Do you think you felt like you were in survival mode? Like, to where you had to make a decision because you thought it was going to be like this life-changing thing, or was it just...
I think that when you look at something with such a premium eye, I guess, because you look at, and we were downtown. We were
Right.
right off the
Yeah.
river.
You
Who
lit, right.
doesn't want to be in a high rise downtown
We
or
live
right
in
off the river?
luxury.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I realized that it's not about the location because I can literally create this. I've created this in a small 15 by 15 room. Like, I get to do this wherever I want to do it. And because of that, nobody can ever take away who I am. And they can never take away the product that I create. The location just adds to it.
You are the tools. You don't need a toolbox.
So what was it you learned from the failure of that situation?
Think things through a lot more than just jumping on the next opportunity you get. Because for me, like, any opportunity that comes my way, it's never the end all be all. And I try to keep that in the back of my mind now. Like, of course, timing wise, okay, eventually you have to take a risk. But I think back then I could have took time to think before I just jumped at it.
Do you feel like it was a survival thing?
I think I was just slow. I ain't even gonna lie. I was just being, I don't even know what I was being, but yeah, no, it wasn't survival mode. I just think I trusted a situation and just figured out it wasn't for me.
Everything happened for a reason. I've never ended up in a situation where I couldn't figure out why did that happen to me. I've been in some pretty fucked up shit.
We all have been.
So it's like for me to be able to look back and say, this was the reason and I'm only better because of it. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
It's happening for you, not to you.
But going back to it, being stuck in a place that you no longer want to be in prevents you from wanting to continue your purpose.
Even now, I'm not even gonna lie. I love what I do, but I'm not gonna lie and say it don't feel like work. Like, there are times where I'm not excited. Like, I just be like, okay, I gotta get up and record this song. Like, but it's like an inner knowing, like, I'm doing this because I'm called to do it. I'm not gonna be excited all the time. I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be fed up. But like, at the end of the day, I feel like my gift really ain't for me. Like, it's for the world. It's for other people. So I have no choice but to just keep doing what I'm called to do.
What is it you think that you're meant to do with the gift? What is the emotions you're supposed to evoke from people?
I think it's bigger than music for me, which I just kind of learned more the more mature I become. I think it's just my voice, period. Like, I think I'm just supposed to influence people, and whether that might be showing them that it does take a lot to pursue something you want to pursue, but you can do it basically. Like, it's just an inner, I just want to show people that it ain't nothing to it. Like, you could do it. It's hard, but I'm supposed to be that vessel to show people what it can look like. Though I still have so far to go, I think I'm meant to be an example of some sort. I don't know.
I mean, anybody can do it, right?
Well, not everybody, but everybody has the opportunity to strive for it, but it ain't for the weak, like, at all.
It's discipline over desire. Because a lot of the time that desire leaves us. When you do this for X amount of years, when you wake up and choose to do this every single day, that was a choice. Most people give up after a year. Most people give up after half a year. They don't see the results that they wanted. And what happens? They throw it all away. I can't do that to myself at this point.
Why regret something? It's like either you're going to do it and it's going to fail, which is really not a failure. It's just a setup for your next pivot. Like, learn what to do, learn what not to do, and make the best of it. But yeah, I don't think you're supposed to love what you do all the time. And that might be controversial, but.
But you're not a stranger to pivots.
Man, not at all. Like, what? Like I was just saying earlier, I think I do a lot of things for the plot sometimes. And sometimes I do things to like tell myself, you can get out of this or just do it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I might get hurt, knowing I might fuck myself up, but then it's like that resilience that comes after it. I don't know. It's like this might sound toxic, but it's like a high for me. Like I thrive under pressure. I thrive and like alchemize like my mistakes and my heartbreaks, my sadness. Like any decision I choose to make, knowing it's gonna do me, it might not do me the best. I make it out every time. And I'm stronger and I might write a song about it.
Yeah, you need the inspiration, you need the motivation. That's what I'll be telling people.
Quick little crash out, I'll write about it later.
I meet a new girl, I tell her, I'm like, look, this is going on the business card because I'm gonna talk about you later.
Please. It's just a part of the story. Like.
And they're like, for real, you're planning already? I'm like, yes, because that's exactly how this is gonna go.
So you're just expecting it to go wrong?
I don't think I've ever expected something to go right.
Oh, dang. You know what? You might. That's the truth right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Because it's like, you start something and you already...
Yeah. It's like when you're having a high, it's like you're kind of you kind of question like, dang, why is this so good right now? Like, why am I in the best position of my life right now? I'm expecting something to go wrong. I think that's how I think.
That, and I don't expect people to stay. I have this expectation that eventually, think about what we do, right? When you're so invested into something that's not that person, how can you expect them to just accept everything that comes with your life, right? The late nights, the tours, the having to take trips because I got to go do this work. You could come along, but you're probably not going to enjoy it.
But see, that's the thing. You could come along.
But you're probably not going to enjoy it.
That's okay. We're going to figure it out. But I see your perspective. You're a man, so it's like, I get it.
What's that mean?
I get it.
What's that mean?
Because I feel like people make time for what they want to make time for. That's cliche.
That's 100% true. If I don't want to make time for you, I'm not going to make time for you. But that's everybody. You got to believe people when they show you who they are. And you got to believe people when they tell you exactly what you don't want to hear. And that's people's problem, is they hold on too long expecting that the answer is going to change.
That's my problem. That's literally I just went through this like 2 weeks ago. Like, insanity when you expect something to change when it's literally the same every situation. Like, but I expect people to be me and they're just not going to be that.
Is that where the song Signs Head come from? Where you say, look at the psychopath you done started now. Know we've been here before, now we gotta let all our feelings go. Knew it was coming.
But with that song, it's like I should have saw the signs, but I didn't want to.
Did you not see the signs, or you just didn't want to accept them?
A little bit of both. No, that's not possible. I probably saw the signs, but I was trying to like, make a little left, make a little right, and think that it'll be on a different street, but I just spent the block, So I crashed. Out.
But what made you keep going back to the situation knowing that the sign was there?
Insanity. Like I said, it's like when you expect something to change, knowing that it's just not, you just keep trying and trying and trying until you just can't anymore. And I'm the type of person to like, I'm working on this. I don't want to use the word love because it could just be a situation, but I like or love super hard to the point where I might not leave until I hate you. Like I might keep trying and trying and trying until I just physically can't anymore. That's how like, I don't want to use the word loyal because like I said, it could be a situation, but that's how loyal and like persistent I am because I don't give a lot of people my time. When I'm invested in somebody, I'm going to like you until I just hate you. That's just that. I don't believe in like giving up on people for real. But when I'm gone, I wrote myself off from you. Like
That's where D&D starts.
D&D for life. You feel me? Like it's black or white. There's no gray area with me. So I'm also working on that. Like I'm working on like accepting, forgiving people without just writing myself off out of their lives and just kind of compartmentalizing people. But I don't have a middle ground. It's either we working it out or we're good in each other's lives, or I'm kind of like dead to you.
So I'm gonna hit you with something that you might be like, damn, did he really just ask that? Do you feel like part of that comes from the lack of relationship that you had with your parents growing up?
For sure. Like anxious attachment style. Definitely. But I've come a long way though.
It was worse?
Come on now. What? You don't text me back in 5.5 milliseconds?
Oh, you were crashing out over 5 seconds?
It's like I used to physically get sick, like if I feel like somebody was like leaving me. But I've come a long way. Now it's like, all right, whatever. You gonna spin a block, but it's like up to me if I want to entertain it or not. Like I'm a lot more mature now.
So you think.
So I think.
So you think.
So I think. I've done better though, for sure. I've grown.
Shit, I think I got worse over time.
Come on, man. You gotta do better. You gotta do better.
I was bad, then I was good, and then I got bad again, and I'm like,
Yeah. Now you don't know if you want to go back.
oh no, I don't got nothing to spend the block on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I cleared all that out.
Yeah.
I got my life together for a second.
Okay, smooth criminal.
And then like, but now it's dry. So like, I gotta go pick up some new shit.
I feel you. Focus on yourself. That's what you need to do.
That's that R&B talking. That's that heartbreak talking.
I know, cause I'm still a lover girl, because I know if I go the opposite, I know I'm not gonna go back. I know I'm not going back to that good side. That just how they be like, when a good girl go bad, it's over with. I'm trying to spare y'all. Like I'm trying to really do right by myself, but by you if I like you.
I told somebody that one time too, because I was like, if you fuck up right now, that's it. Like if you come back, you're not gonna get the same version of me. And that's people's problem, is that they think that they can come back and they're going to receive the same version that they had left. And it's like, it don't work like that. And I think that's what you show with D&D for real. Because you talk about tried to make you a cup of Folgers.
I was just gonna say that line.
Go ahead, you say it.
Tried to give you Folgers. Like I tried to wake you up and show you who I really was. And like I tried to give you that, positive side of me that, what is it called? Basically, I tried to wake you up. Now you talking closure, but now you spinning the block. When I say I'm done now. So, yeah. So why you crying? What's with the tears? Don't cry. I was crying. You ain't care. Did I? We'll talk about that later, but go ahead. Yeah.
Whoa, what you gotta say?
Nah, nothing.
Nah, you gotta say it now.
I need them to know my phone's still on D&D,
Nah, hell no. You unblocked them?
The correct answer would be no, I didn't.
But that's not the real answer.
It ain't the real answer. You feel me? When you got history with somebody, it's like, that's what I talked about earlier when I'm like, I literally have to hate you in order to not love you anymore. It's just one of those situations.
But if you still hate them, you still have some sort of emotion for them.
Do you think hate and love is the same thing?
I think if you have enough emotion to hate somebody, there's still an opportunity for them to open that door back up.
I'm not going to disagree at all, actually.
Now, if somebody's indifferent towards you,
they don't care that much.
Then it's like, damn, I'm fucked. I'm cooked.
Facts.
I'm cooked.
It's over with. There's no emotion left after. If you're neutral, there's nothing left. Like, I don't like being neutral because I feel bad for being neutral. Now I just feel like you just a nobody and I'm just entertaining nothing.
We're strangers. I might give you on shit.
Psh, you dumb. Oh my, give me
This is my real life. This
Do you feel
this
me?
is what happens to me. This is how this all came to be. We don't cap in our rap.
We don't cap in our rap, but I do wish you love and prosperity and happy, you know.
Do you really though?
Why would you say that? Yes, I do. You don't know me, but my heart really cares about people. Yeah. So I want you to be happy boy, not sad boy.
Oh, you're talking about me. Nah, we gotta continue. We gotta
Okay,
continue.
sorry.
We gotta continue the
Sorry, I
sad boy
like being a
shit. Come on,
therapist.
that's my whole career.
Okay, come on.
If I'm happy, that shit might go away.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah,
come on.
see.
We
come
gonna be
on.
sad right
Hold
now.
on. All right.
Okay, come on.
Damn, we're low key going through the evolution, right? Because you go from Signs in 2023, D&D was 2024, your most recent song, Body, 2026. That's like a really confident song. It's like you really finally found who you were.
Yeah. I'm basically owning, like you said, my confidence, sex appeal, like it's kind of on the type of time where it's like, I know who I am, but I want to show you who I am on my timing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's edgy, confident, sexy. It's my vibe right now.
What did it take for you to find this version of Sherrionn?
I think it's always been there. I just had to get rid of some of the fluff. Like, you know, everything we've been talking about, like the expectations I had to let go of, and just really hone in onto who I am and put everybody else out of sight, out of mind.
You giving me the PR answers.
No, I'm dead ass.
What did it take though?
Some bullshit. What you mean?
What was this bullshit? What was said bullshit?
Me trying to stay that good girl, but not truly go over to the bad side because I know I won't go back. I think Body, or that room that we're talking about that I'm in now, is kind of like I'm teeter-tottering on like, I know who I am, but how far do I want to take it? I don't know yet. I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta play that role.
See, I don't like playing roles.
You're an artist. That's what you're supposed to do.
But there's truth to my artistry. You feel me? Like any song that I make, like it's still a part of me, even if I'm not in that season right now. You feel me? It still comes from who I might have been 2 years ago or who I'm trying to get to be 2 years from now.
Look at all these songs as a time capsule, right? These are versions of you that you've lived. These are versions of you that you wanted to be, and they're past or current. It's like for me, every time I look back at my old videos, I'm like, damn, I was in that place. And at that moment, that felt so true to me. And then when you're 3 years ahead, it's like, who was that person?
You don't know. Evolution. You might be that person again 2 years from now. I just think it's just, I don't know. It's evolution. There's layers.
How much of Atlanta contributed to that?
I'm not gonna lie. I think it helped my work ethic because I put myself in a new, unfamiliar place. But I don't think it like added to like me culturally or me personally. It was cool though. I was there for 5 years. I think I did go through a lot business wise. It beat me up. I ain't gonna lie.
You were there during some developmental years.
Yes. And I left during COVID. Yeah. I learned a lot in Atlanta. Not too many good lessons, but I just learned to know who I am so nobody tells me who I am. That's it. I've been through so many management situations, even managers really in love with me type vibes, to where if I didn't do what they wanted me to do, okay, now you're pulling the rug from me. Like I've been put in situations to where I had to learn, like, you know what? Let me keep building who I am internally. Let me keep pushing towards my goals. Let me keep giving people things and art to set my foundation so that when the right team comes along, they understand me enough to not try to change who I am, but to like add on to that. And in Atlanta, I let a lot of people like tell me who I was. Because Atlanta, everybody does what you do. So it's like you have to stand out at some point. But Atlanta was just a lot of learning lessons for me. That's pretty much that.
And the other thing is, when you're told who you are, you start to believe it. You start to see yourself the way that other people have depicted you. And it's hard to break that image because now, if this is who you see me as, then how can I be anything other than that?
Like when people know you're great, a lot of the times they don't know how to process how great you are. So they're going to act like you're not as great as you are. So like when you're around people who don't show you how great you are, you start to believe like, dang, do y'all not believe in me? Am I not great? But now you're around people that actually show you and tell you how great you are. So it's that ding, 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 that light to where you like, okay, I'm that bitch for real. But I hate having to wait on people to tell me how great I am. I had to start embedding that within me, you know? So that's where a lot of my productivity is coming now because I'm like, you know what? I know who I am now. I know what I can do and I know the artist, the woman, the entertainer that I'm becoming. So
there was a lack of self-love for you then.
I think we're all still working on self-love. But since we're talking about me, for sure, I did not love myself at all. And I didn't know that's what it was though. Like, you know, and that just affected like relationships and even family drama and all that type of stuff. But yeah, when it comes down to it, it's definitely self-love.
If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody. If you don't love yourself, you're never going to believe that you're anything more than exactly what we're talking about, what people say you are. For a long time, I think that I viewed myself I still struggle with that all the time. I don't view myself as anything great. And then all these people, okay, I'll give you a real
Yeah,
example, right?
please.
We just threw that party for 300,000 followers total.
Congratulations.
And I was talking to my family, and my uncle's like, 300,000's a lot. I'm like, yeah, the majority of it's on Facebook. He's like, yeah, but that's 300,000 people that clicked follow. Like, they didn't have to do that. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. It just, the number, I'm grateful for it, but it doesn't mean what people think it means. You know what I'm saying? And even when we're throwing the party, people are like, oh, congratulations. I'm like, shit, it's just another day.
But I go through that too. It's like you don't give yourself that moment to really like appreciate what you might think is small. It's gonna look bigger to everybody else because they might not have accomplished what you accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also learning like sometimes we have to just be present and like not be focusing too much on what we need to do or what's to come,
For me, I just don't really know when it's like,
what that moment is gonna be.
I don't know when it's gonna feel like I finally did something. Because I've had amazing conversations, and that's what fulfills me in this. I'm 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 tired. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to the Jari and them yesterday. I'm like, I got some new shit I'm working on that I'm inspired about. That I really only want to take interviews I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that hits me up, I'm about to send them to fucking the management email and say, hey, send them a number. If they don't want it, then cool. Like I'm so straight because I'd rather have conversations that fulfill me. I'd rather have conversations where if somebody felt what we said, like that self-love shit, somebody's gonna feel that shit. Not being able to appreciate their wins, somebody's gonna feel that. I don't need to sit down with a rapper that wants to talk about their newest single and only wants to come here to promote. I'm not about the promotion. I'm about the real conversation.
I go through that too. It's kind of like, will you ever be satisfied with what level you're at? Because the job is never done.
There's a lot to that, right? There's a lot to wanting to be successful at what you do. But as you achieve different levels, you understand that there's more to what you want in life than the success that you thought. For a long time, a lot of what I thought would fulfill me would be getting the numbers, getting the recognition, having people hit me up and say, hey, can you sit down with this person? And I tell this story all the time, but I was in Puerto Rico last year doing an interview with somebody from Bad Bunny's label. Amazing interview, amazing conversation. But the crazy thing is the conversation revolved around getting everything that you wanted and it's still not being what you thought it would be. He had won 2 Grammys And he still wasn't happy with the way that his life had panned out up until then. That now he's chasing this solo career. But the music he's creating is talking about all the relationships he lost, the time with his mom and dad that he lost, the time with his siblings that he'll never get back, the relationships that he had to break up because I was so self-absorbed with myself and my career and everything that I wanted that now those people that I thought would stay forever decided this wasn't enough for them. And I had to be okay with that. And I learned that as I was sitting on the beach in Puerto Rico watching the sunset, and I'm like, damn, I'm all by myself. And there ain't nobody to call. There ain't nobody sitting next to me. It's just me enjoying what I thought was going to make me happy.
Yep, and what you built. Can't share it with nobody now.
What was that moment for you?
Recently. Like all of the good things, like big or small, that I've accomplished lately, it's just like so many people have been dropping like flies. And I'm not even talking physically. I'm just meaning like friends that I thought were forever and like, even family kind of, separating or whatever. And I'm realizing like this really is like a solo quest, like a solo journey. Um, but just how you brought up like with the whole happiness thing, like don't get me wrong, I get excited about my accomplishments, but not for real. It's just kind of like, okay, well, if I'm losing all of these things or all of these people are gone, it's like, who can I really enjoy these accomplishments with? But then I'm also like, is it meant for anybody else? I think a lot of experiences are just meant for us to uh, feel and go through, but it's lonely for sure. But yeah, recently I'm dealing with that. Like, phone be dry. I barely talk to family like that unless they're saying congratulations or, uh, and it's like people like physically just can't latch on to me in this season. Even if I'm trying to keep people around, it's like it just physically never works. Or they're telling me like, I'm not for you in this season. Like I don't have to do anything. I'm just being moved. Yeah, and I just think it's that season of I'm not meant to be surrounded by anybody or a lot of people at all.
It hits you in those moments where you're coming down from the high. You're coming off tour. And it feels like nothing is going to get better anytime soon.
And you'll have those moments every show I have. Like the tour was the biggest experience I've had to where I'm like, dang, I'm going to feel like this after every big accomplishment. Like there's always going to be this crash to where I'm like, wow, I have to sit and think about reality now. Like, or what's next or, oh my God. But yeah, it's just a matter of like nothing's ever linear. It's going to be a dynamic to certain situations every time.
Well, because it's like, how does it get better? How does it get better than what I just did?
I think you just adapt. You learn to like deal with shit. Like having nobody around, you just learn to kind of maneuver and compartmentalize people, situations, and
That shit sounds rough.
it is. It's rough and tough.
You've been going through it.
Yeah, I have been, but it's also a blessing because it's like I'm still elevating through it. Like I said, I'm just navigating my emotions and learning how to stay sane throughout it, because it's only gonna get worse. Like every level.
This shit sounds terrible. I'm depressed now. Fuck.
I can't get into it, but I'm just prepared. That's it. I'm prepared.
I remember after I threw my whole 5-year anniversary weekend, I was fucking dead.
What you mean?
Like I was actually sick. By that Monday that we threw the concert, by the end of the night, I was sick for like 2 weeks. And I was still trying to just keep everything going.
Mm-hmm.
We live in a world where consistency is what matters. And when people don't see you, you're forgotten. So it's really hard when you do this and it's like people are hitting you up or people want this and that. And you're just trying to figure out how to keep going. Like, I owe you a video, fuck, but like my life is kind of in shambles right now. Like you were saying with the congratulations thing, everybody sees the wins, everybody sees the highlights, and then nobody sees the fact that I'm going through this situation right now, and who do I talk to because you don't care?
Y'all not shooting with me in the gym for real. So like when it's quiet, people are quiet. When it's loud and you see me face value, oh, everybody's, oh my God, 10 years ago that I've never talked to you since 2016. Now you're like, oh, I've always knew you were gonna be. Did you though? Like, did you really believe? But probably not, because I didn't believe back then. So why would anybody else believe?
Do you think another one of those moments for you was when you left NIU?
I was depressed at NIU. I didn't even want to go to college for real. I'm not even gonna lie. I went to college because, like, you know, I wanted to be the traditional, like, oh, my parents want me to get a degree. But that's what they could afford at the time was NIU. I really wanted to go to Columbia, Chicago. I got accepted, but it just wasn't in my cards. I did a year at NIU for communications. Why? I don't know. I'm still working on my communication. But yeah, I dropped out.
So how'd you find yourself at Nanda House?
I dropped out of NIU and then I started going to this community college. And then my aunt was like, oh, there's this program in Chicago for local creatives. It's hosted by Rhymefest and Donnie, and it's a part of Kanye West's foundation or whatever. And I auditioned and made it. And I was like, okay.
There was auditions for that?
The first year I was there, yeah.
How was it that program helped you develop at a time where you felt so unsure of what you had going on?
At that time, I was a lot more insecure. Like, you could even hear it vocally. Like, I was just always unsure. So I think it brought me out of my shell. We got performing opportunities. So I was also a nervous performer. So that taught me how to like just, yeah, surprisingly, yes. My anxiety was super bad. But yeah, it just brought me out of my shell. It taught me how to collab with people. It taught me teamwork and yeah, just working a little faster than what I was working with. Like even when it came to writing sessions, we had to write a record in like 5 minutes. And yeah, it was just about community for real. It just brought me out of my shell.
You say that so lightly.
I do, right? I do.
You said I was such a nervous
I
performer.
was.
And now you're
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah. Quick.
Like you wouldn't imagine that.
I used to hate performing. I low key, to this day, I probably still hated performing up until the tour that I just got on. That was like, I know it doesn't make sense, but like, it was a moment of, okay, I'm moving city to city every day, doing a show every day. I think that forced me to become comfortable on stage and just make it my home of like expression. Like, and I'm not nervous anymore. I don't know what happened. It just happened. Like, I just kind of fell into myself.
I swear I would have never got that.
I get nervous, but when you hit that stage, what you nervous for? This is what you meant for. And I also like to think people don't give a fuck how nervous you are. They want to see you perform. They want you to make them feel something. And that's what I saw on this tour. Like, wow, these people really, like, I'm giving them entertainment. And when they see me on stage, after when I go into the crowd, they're like, oh my God, like, thank you. That was such an amazing show. Or I like this song, or this was my favorite. It really motivated me to be like, you know what? What am I nervous for? This ain't even for me. This for them.
How was it being an opener?
Stressful.
What did it teach you?
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. If I don't get a sound check for whatever reason, if something happens, I just have to make sure I'm on point and I have to learn how to pivot and just be ready for whatever. But I will also say it was like a respect thing. Like people don't really respect you until you, I guess, give them something to respect. I don't want to say too much, but like in the first part of the tour, it was kind of like nobody was really checking for me. And I don't know if it was like a professional thing, but most of them people knew who I was before I got on that tour. So after maybe the 5th or 6th show, they're noticing like how I'm being received by the public and like how I'm performing. And now it's like, okay, We see you.
We can rock with you.
Yeah, and then I'm the only female on the tour. They gonna have to think I'm a bitch, because if they don't think I'm a bitch, I'm gonna get eaten alive. Like they're really gonna be like dubbing me. So I feel like I got more respect by the end of that tour. Like,
Do you think that's the same with the crowd though?
I do think it's like just an owning your energy thing. Like if they see you don't know what you're doing, or they see you just winging it, or you're nervous, they're gonna feel that. But if you get on that stage, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, my last show, I was so fed up by like just the opening act life and the treatment, all of that type of stuff. I didn't change. I came into my sound check with a regular fit, like a chill fit. I probably had on like a onesie like this, super chill. Something happened and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going on stage like this. They just gonna see me chilling, like, and I'm just gonna own my energy. I'm not finna get super dressed down to the T. And the people did not care. Like, I still put on a show, and that probably made them feel like connecting to me more, because I was just super down to earth and not over the top. I was fed up, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting on this stage with my gym shoes on. Like, you feel me? So it's about owning your energy, for real.
Not dimming your light no more.
Not at all.
Why was it you initially felt like you had to do that in certain instances?
Probably me just not accepting who I am, for real. Or not wanting to overshadow people, when really I couldn't help that at all. Even as a kid, like, I got bullied low key. Like, people would bully me and I don't really know why, but I think it was because I was so, like, just nice, and
You were that kid?
I was a goody two shoes. I was really a goody two shoes, for real. Like, never been in a fight, none of that. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? I didn't like drama, but I always was okay with people overshadowing me, just so that I didn't feel like I was overstepping. But now, that don't really get me nowhere.
You had mentioned that you felt like you had to hide certain layers from people. That all coincided with the dimming your light? Or what were you hiding?
No, like, I think now I have to hide layers from people. Back then, I was showing too much of myself. Though I was dimming my light, like, that's just an attention thing. Like, I was fully myself back then, but that is also what hurt me more often. But now, like, I low-key got my armor on. Like I said on the tour, like, I had to make people feel like I'm not to be played with, or I am a bitch, for them to respect me more. Cause I also learned, like, being nice, that didn't get me anywhere, and it's not gonna get me anywhere.
So the layers is the deeper parts of you.
Vulnerability, like, being too open up front. Yeah, it's just I gotta have the strong layer.
You just like me, for real.
You feel me? Because you have to learn who deserves certain layers of you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times we give people our energy and they fumble it. And you be mad at yourself, because it's like, damn, I really wasn't even supposed to be vulnerable with you, for real. But at my heart, at my core, that's really who I am. So if you don't respect that, you don't respect me.
I'm the type of person that just cares too easily.
Too quick. And deep. Like,
And it's like, why do I gotta live in a society where I have to abide by everybody else?
why do we have to have masks? Like, people don't want to show who they really are, for real, because they think everybody's out to get them, which is true. But it's like, you got to weed out those people and really realize, like, yeah, just preserve your energy and get to know people before you really show yourself face value. Like, so, yeah. People don't know I be going through stuff, but that's because I get on the internet and I be smiling like, hey, y'all, I'm on TikTok. What's up? But no, I be going through it.
Actually, a lot of people don't like me because they think I come off as standoffish.
Or nonchalant.
But I'm also the type of person that, like, you know when there's people that care too much about certain things?
Me.
No, like, they care, like, a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not super passionate about a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm passionate about music. I'm passionate about talking about your emotions, but once we start talking about other topics that a lot of people are very passionate about and I'm just not, they're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I just don't.
You check out.
I just don't care. I'm cool. I'm straight. I know we kind of like briefly talked about it But the whole Atlanta situation, it just seemed like you didn't want to talk about it. So I was like, all right, let's move around. But why come back to Chicago?
I think Atlanta did what it was supposed to do for the time being. And I think I was just so emotionally overloaded. It was a lot going on at that time too. Like relationship, I moved somebody in, like that went left. So I was just
Oh,
like,
you were in love.
I was trying to make something work, but it just wasn't supposed to work. And it's to the point where like I had a moment, it wasn't even just the relationship thing. It was like the bad business situations I put myself in, the management situations, the everything. I had like a moment to where like it got bad. Just know the police was called, knocking on my door, my friend showing up to my house the next morning, uncalled for. Like, it was bad. So I'm like, you know what? Atlanta, I'ma just move around from y'all and I'ma go back home and regroup and really work as an adult in my hometown and come back with like more of a mature standpoint on life and music. And yeah, I just needed to get out of Atlanta.
You needed something to ground you again.
Yes. And Chicago is definitely that. It's the top grounding place for me. Cause it's literally like Chicago's home, but it's also like we hold a lot of trauma here. Because we go through a lot out here. So yeah, I got here and it was just like now I have to prove myself in my hometown after I've been gone for 5 years.
I think that accolade helps a little bit more now, though.
Cause not everybody leaves Chicago. I had people tell me like, you ran away to Atlanta like that was gonna do something. No, I just moved around. I wasn't afraid to start over in a new environment. Like, why do we have to be comfortable here? So, but the perspective of that is, oh, when you leave Chicago and come back, you're just more respected. Like, I don't understand it, but
I don't even want to say that.
no,
That might come
say
up
it.
wrong. I thought you were gonna say like, oh, some people would be like, oh, well, you just failed.
No, a lot of people say that too. But I'll keep it a bean. Like, I didn't tell nobody I moved back to Chicago when I came back. People still don't even think I live here. Like,
why?
I don't know. I'm just so low key. I'm state to state now. Like, I got people hitting me up like, yeah, so do you live in LA? No. Or when are you coming back to Chicago? The whole time I'm in my room, like in the city, just texting like, oh, I'm at the crib.
Oh no, I don't want to see y'all.
Oh, I really don't. But when you see me, you see me. And that's just all that matters. Like,
last question, my fault. What part of Sherion did you find in Atlanta that you couldn't have found here?
I want to say resilience, like more of that side of me, like, but I don't think it was Atlanta that did that. I think my home is everywhere. Like anything I have within me is just home. I don't think Chicago or Atlanta made a difference as far as like my inner characteristics.
But you don't think you uncovered something out there that you couldn't have found here?
I guess you could say I bet on myself more in Atlanta because I was by myself. And the things that I probably did in Atlanta, I wouldn't have done in Chicago, like getting my own place and my work ethic. Like I'm probably just gonna say resilience. Because like I said, I've been through a lot in Atlanta. And I think me being surrounded by the people that I'm around in Chicago, I wouldn't have probably been able to make it through on my own because of people that are surrounding me, if that makes sense. So I was kind of forced to deal with things on my own in Atlanta because I was by myself.
And your videographer.
You funny. That was my best friend at the time too.
You guys aren't cool.
No, we're good now. Me and Jay Nico, yeah, she started with me. Like
I was
she
gonna say,
bet
you
on
guys
me.
not cool no more, or what?
We're very cool.
Yeah.
But that was my start. Like she really bet on me. So yeah, we went out there together for sure.
You got anything you want to plug real quick?
Follow me on all socials at Sherrionn, Sherrionn. Make sure you go stream my latest single, Body. Make sure you go watch that video. And catch me at Lollapalooza on July 31st. Let's get it.
Honey Trap.
And I also have a mixtape, Honey Trap Volume 1, dropping at the end of this month. Stay tuned for the next one because I might have a second one coming. So yeah.
Make sure you guys go ahead, check out Sherrionn. Make sure you go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Sad Boys for real. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.